Hello, my name is Professor White. Today we will look at trigonometric equations, primarily multiple angle equations, where you're supposed to solve for cosine, sine, or tangent, one of those trigonometric functions, but you're not going to solve for cosine x, but you're going to solve for cosine 2x, 3x, 5x, those kind of things, and go back to solving for x. And I'll show you there's one way of doing it. So let's get started easy. Let's say they're asking me to solve sine of 2x equals rad 3 over 2. And we want this in degrees, and we want it between x to be between 0 and let's get this down, and 360 degrees. All right, so I'm going to kind of look at this together, and if my x goes from 0 to 360, when you multiply everything by 2, you're going to get your 2x is going to go from 720 all the way from 0. So remember that. So you go, what angle gives me sine of rad 3 over 2? So from my long-term memory, I know that angle is 60 degrees. And it's sine. Sine is positive here. So this one is 60 degrees. That means I'm going to have another one here. It's going to have a reference angle of 60 degrees, but the corresponding angle is going to be, so the first one is going to be 60, and the second one is going to be this one, and that's going to be 180 minus 60, which is 120. So I know my 2x is going to be the first one 60 and the second one 120. Now, are these the only ones? Now, I want my 2x to go from 0 to 720. So in other words, I can go around one more time. So let's go around one more time. So that's the green. So for the first one, I'm going to go in, get here. So let's see if that's going to be within 0 to 720. So if I take 60 and add 360 to it, so I'm going to get 420. Yeah, 420 is in that region. So how about the other one? 120 plus 360. That's going to give me 480. That's also the other region. Okay. Let's see, what else do I have? 420 and 480, 60 and 120. So can I go another 360? It's going to be too much. You see, if you add another 360 here, that's too much. That's beyond that 720 margin. So my 2x goes, so it's going to be 60, 120, 420, and 480, right? Now, what does that mean? My x is going to be half of that. So it's going to be 30, 60, 210, and 240. Okay? So that is my answer to this question. All right, let's do a problem that's a little bit more sophisticated. So here's the problem. Solve. This time we are gonna, let's try to do it with, should we do it with radians? So let's do it with radians. Okay, solve sine 5x cosine 3x minus cosine 5x sine 3x, and that one is negative rad 2 over 2. You go, ah, alright. So what is that? So if you look at this and you want this to be, you want your x to be between 0 and 2 pi. Alright? Now, I look at this. Oh, this is the cycle formula. I remember this from my identity video. And actually, if this is my A, this is my B, this is my A, this is my B. And this is the formula for sine A minus B. So what do I have? So I have sine of A is 5, B is 3. So that's sine of 2x. And I want that to be negative rad 2 over 2. Alright, very good. This is way better than what I got started with. Let's multiply everything by 2 here, because I'm solving for 2x. If it was 3, then I would have multiplied by 3. So I want my 2x to go from 0 to 4 pi. Alright, so keep that in mind. Now you have to kind of think about this. Where is my sine negative? My sine is negative here. So what does that mean? I have this angle and I have this angle. Alright, what is the first one? Let's do this one. And I know that the first one is going to be pi plus pi over 4, because I know that sine of pi over 4, I know sine of pi over 4 is rad 2 over 2. So the first red one is going to be pi plus pi over 4. And that actually gives me 4 plus 1, 5 pi over 4. Okay, how about the blue one? Because I know sine is positive here, negative here. So the second one is going to be this one. So the second one is going to be 2 pi minus pi over 4. So that's 8 minus 1, 7 pi over 4. Okay? Here's a question. Can I go one more round? I need to stay within 4 pi. So let's see. So I have the first one, 5 pi over 4. So that's my 2x values. 7 pi over 4. So let's add 2 pi to this and let's see what I have. That's going to be 2 times 4, 8 plus 5. That's 13 pi over 4. Is that within 4 pi? Yeah, that one is a good one. How about the next one? Let's add 2 pi to that, and let's see how that works. 2 times 4, that's 8 plus 7, 15 pi over 4. Okay, is that within 4 pi? Yes, that is. What does that mean? Can I go another 2 pi? Let's try another 2 pi. So that's going to be way more than 4 pi when I add the 2 pi. So I stop right here. So my 2x is 5 pi over 4, 7 pi over 4, 13 pi over 4, and 15 pi over 4. And to get to x, what do I need to do? You need to go and divide everything by 2, and that will give you 5 pi over 8, 7 pi over 8, 13 pi over 8, and 15 pi over 8. And that's the answer to this question.